a really bad relationship, but now I have some relationships with people, friends, and stuff like this. It's good and healthy. The third thing is being creative. Start creating things. Start living in the now. Start thinking about things you want to do in the future, accomplishing things, being successful, people enjoying it, validating you, all these things. Unlocking, and it just offers a different perspective. That's what creativity does. It gets you out of just what you see and hear and feel right this second or in your past. Okay? It's not just distracting. Like Emily said, it helps build more neural pathways. Your brain is an architecture that has been built to help you get better at whatever you're doing just to survive. If you've been in a traumatic, abusive, neglectful relationship for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you have an architecture in your brain is an architecture built to be better at this, to survive and stuff. That keeps you locked in that perspective. Okay? Being creative opens up and builds more architecture, something different. And now your brain's helping you be better at being creative. Okay? It actually help inspire creativity. Thanks, Emily. Hope you're well. And TB from Pennsylvania. Another question. Why in the triangulation does the BPD point out the other person? Such as telling me another woman found him attractive, or that he doesn't know why, but that the sister of his sister's boyfriend keeps calling him. This much younger woman, of course, is a really attractive and loose, per her Facebook profile. Apparently, for some reason, can't resist him. So, let's stick with your question. Do they not have any understanding of what another person needs in a relationship, or do they just don't care to such an extent that feeding their ego is more important than devastating a person they are supposed to love? Perfect question. Perfect. You asked it. Can they just not meet the needs, no understanding of what another person needs in a relationship? They don't even know themselves and understand what they need. They don't know what you need, and they don't care. They have been raised in a family with absolute neglect, emotional neglect, where nobody in that family got what they needed. So they have no idea. Okay? Nor do they care. Especially BPD. Let's think of life or death. Life or death. I just got traumatized, and that's the BPD. Childhood of trauma. Totally unhealed, stuck in it as if it just happened. They're coming out of it, right? They're running out of the house that was on fire. Oh God, oh God, oh God. And that's me. I'm not thinking about you and what you need and how you feel. And they never learned that that's how it works at all in a relationship, right? They're totally the helpless, victimized, traumatized child. Stuck in life or death, good or bad, help me, hurt me, what is it? That's it. And they'll change your mind and go back and forth. And one day, 1 minute, you'll be amazing. The next, you're the devil. So, why do they triangulate? Why would someone do that? They can't reassure themselves. They can't validate themselves. They cannot look in the mirror and say, you're a decent human being. They're 100% dependent on the world and everybody in it to do that for them. Okay? So, one of the major emotional needs that we all have, all of us, is security. Emotional security. To know that you will be there for me, that you won't leave me, that you'll be there for me even when I'm down, that anything we share, you won't share with anybody else, that you won't talk bad about me. That's emotional security. They cannot reassure themselves. They're totally dependent on you to do that for them. They will not be vulnerable, and nor do they even know how to communicate and ask that or tell you. Even if they do and you try to reassure them, it'll never be enough. It's an outside source, right? They can't do it themselves at all. Dependent on you. So one way they will, just one reason some people triangulate is to get that security. By making you jealous, fear of losing me. By making you fear losing me and seeing your reaction, I know you care. If I triangulate you and you just go, whatever, I don't care, go out there. What? You don't care? You don't care if I just leave you and go out with somebody else? You don't care about me. Do you see that? Instead of asking, saying, honey, I love you. I feel a little insecure today. Will you please reassure me you love me and you'll be with me and we're still getting married next year? That's healthy, actually. I know, weird. A lot of you guys are like, oh my God, if I said that to my ex, they'd be like, you're so insecure, you're so that. They're not giving you security, are they? They're not offering that. They can't. They won't. Even if they try to, it's false. They don't care. So that's a reason. That's one reason why anybody triangulates. Just to make you jealous. Just to reassure myself you care about me. Borderlines lack object constancy. They're so dependent on you reassuring them that you literally have to sit there and go, I love you, 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 I love you. And oh, you stopped? I love you, I love you. Oh, what? While you took that drink, you were thinking of somebody else, huh? You just made plans to leave me. I heard you say you're leaving me. It's that bad. Completely lack object constancy. Can't tell themselves. It's like when mom, sets me down on the floor and has to go to the bathroom. We learn to say, well, mom sets me on the floor sometimes, goes to the bathroom, but whatever she says, she comes back within a minute. That's object constancy. You're reassuring yourself at 1 years old. Borderlines, don't do that. I've heard it. Borderlines having to have their boyfriend or girlfriend literally touching them, sitting on the toilet and touching them while they're taking a shower. Don't leave me. So that's one reason. I hope that helps. Hope that helps you. Let me know. Thanks. And I don't know what your name is or where you're from. Ironic. I have a question. When you've experienced parenting by a narcissist or narcissistic parenting, you can also become a narcissist or take over narcissistic character traits or behaviors. Yes, you can. How? Most likely you will. How can you get more aware of these and how do you get rid of them? Because I don't want to pass them on to my future children and I don't want to stress anybody else or myself with them. That's great. That is great to see. Very responsible, very aware, trying to be mindful. That's great. Best start you can have. And I referred this commercial 3 weeks ago, something like this. I think it's a Geico commercial where people are going to a doctor and it's kind of like group therapy. And the doctors, they all go seek this therapist because they don't want to be like their parents at all. Please help me not be like my parents at all. And it's hilarious. If you ever want to watch it, go check it out. We learn what love is by watching our parents interact with each other and how they treat us. We learn what marriage is by watching our parents. We learn what a man is by watching our father, and we learn what a father is by watching our father. We learn what a mother and a woman is by watching our mother. Do you see this? It's difficult to get rid of everything that our parents did to us and showed us. Very difficult. Very common for parents of narcissistic parents to have children, recognize their childhood was awful, go to therapy, get healed from it, totally all good, learn what a great relationship is, and then they find themselves every once in a while doing something that their parents did to them that they hate. It's just innate. My recommendation is to heal. Talk about, learn, and understand everything that happened in your childhood. Be more and more and more aware of it. Learn what a healthy, loving, growing, functional relationship consists of. Know what that is, know what it looks like, and know how to do it. And then always try to become a better parent, okay? Parents make mistakes and apologize and fix it and not do it again. That's the perfect parent, okay? But keep learning. That's the important part. Keep learning as you go. Keep becoming a better and better parent. And one of the best ways to do that is to become a better and better human being and healthy. That's how we become better parents. Mindfulness, okay? And also communication is so important with your child. Ask them how they feel all the time. Love them no matter what. We don't have to raise our voice and be violent because they're in trouble. Okay, we just tell them what they did is not tolerable. We won't accept it. Here's a punishment, and I love you. Okay, let them be weird and have make-believe friends and run out the door and play every once in a while spontaneously. but just keep learning. There's so much material out there on how to be a better parent, how to have functional, growing relationships, and communicate with your child, and let them tell you how they feel and what they think. Do they understand? Explain things to them. Be honest. Don't lie to them. Okay? I'm glad you're asking. And I guess, education and mindfulness in communicating would be my best recommendations. And you can also get your children into professional help with professionals that really understand this. All kinds of talk therapy, family talk therapy, all kinds of different kinds. But that would be probably a very good idea for your children as well. Okay? Thanks for asking. Nero Zero, how common is it for a guy to move around the country for a woman? And when the relationship ends, they move again. My ex has a job that allows him to transfer to anywhere in the UK. I just feel I think you mean flies. I think he meant to say flies to a place, enjoys a few months or years with a lady, and then he disappears only to start the whole process again in a different location. Well, that's what they're doing anyways, in the same city. Now there's a narcissist that has the advantage to work remotely, or has a significant amount of money, doesn't have to, he can go wherever he wants. Just makes it easier for him, I guess, right? It's the same thing. That's what they're doing at home in every city they live in. This one and others like them simply do this, the traveling narcissist, right? I wrote, the traveling narcissist is a perfect way to keep cycling through victims for his never-ending thirst for attention and adoration. Please let me know what you think. They're not going to commit. They're not committed. That relationship will never grow. It's always going to be unstable and no meaning or purpose. The two of you, a narcissist is never going to emotionally connect with somebody, be committed, invest, and work towards a better, healthy, loving, growing relationship. They don't want it. They don't want it. It's never going to get there, no matter how bad you want to, no matter how bad you love them, no matter how you try and go to therapy and take classes, and it doesn't matter. They don't want that. You think they want that. They might tell you they want that, but they don't know who they are, so they don't know what they want from one moment to the next. Or they just lie. It's unimportant to them. It's unimportant. So they're going to date somebody. They're going to pretend they're committed, and that's going to get boring, right? Just like a new car eventually gets boring. Even the most amazing, right? You take a Lamborghini, right? The paint job fades, it breaks down, you can't fix it, runs like shit, smells like shit, looks like crap, right? Eventually, it's not a neat, brand new Lamborghini. Everything does this. Everything fades. Not just you, okay? And that shouldn't be the most important thing that matters. Your looks, your weight, your hair, right? Inside, who you are, they don't care. So they're going to use you up and throw you away and move on to another person. This one and others like them simply just go to a different town. Yeah. Thanks. Keep asking questions. Let me know what you think. Marie from Scotland. Hi, Marie. Hi, David. How do you deal with inconsiderate and conceited and unsympathetic and snobby, arrogant people who keep making jokes at people's expense? I'm a friendly, sensitive person, and I always seem to deal with inconsiderate people who like making it all about them. People keep making jokes at my expense, and everyone would be laughing at me. All I would like is to meet decent friends. I'm a highly sensitive and might take everything too seriously, but I am genuine. Well, I'm sorry, Marie, for your experiences. That's just awful. Awful. Most people in the world, aren't like that, okay? And one thing we need to do, Marie, is to realize that we're all equal, we're all different, okay? So you meet some people who aren't nice, right? It's not everybody, right? So you meet some people who are not nice, who aren't respectful, who judge people, who are immature and laugh at people, stuff like this, gang up on people, bully people, attack people. They're out there, Marie. And the best thing to do is to not let them in your life. I don't know the situation, how this is happening so much to you. I'm guessing this happens quite a bit. Can you give me some scenarios, Marie, and so that next week I can help you out more? Tell me where and how this is happening. Is this at work? Is this just walking down the street, your neighbors, or is this boyfriends, girlfriends, friends, family? Okay, big difference, right? Because we don't have to go to a store where they do that. We don't have to, walk past the neighbor's house that comes out and yells at us every time if it hurts us. If it hurts us. And in there, you don't have to say you're too sensitive, okay? That sounds like your feelings are wrong, and they're not. It's just that we're all different. Some people are pieces of crap, and some people get really hurt by them. Some people aren't pieces of crap, and some people don't get hurt by them. Maybe that could be you someday, but it's not now. It does affect you, and accept it. Accept your feelings. Try to make yourself feel better, okay? But let's be real mindful how this is happening so much. Why? Okay? Sounds like you need some help navigating, right? Why don't you hire somebody to really help you with these things, Marie? Okay? There's people out there that can help you with that. Imi can help you with that. I can help you with that. And so can many, many other professionals can help you with these problems. Typically, it's my low boundaries, right? I tell people no and stop. They keep going. I don't know what to do. Sometimes we're not very, very secure with who we are. And so someone tells us we're a bad person, that really affects us. Whereas maybe later on we build up some more confidence and someone says we're a bad person, doesn't affect us as much, right? So let's build up our confidence by positive experiences. If you're not having them, get some help to have positive experiences. Okay, Marie, tell me what you think. Give me some scenarios so I can be more specific in maybe telling you how to avoid these problems. Thank you. Bronson. Can't remember where you're from, Bronson. Thanks for replying. You're welcome. Are borderlines aware of their behavior? It's weird. First relationship, I have been treated that horrible, and I can't seem to get her off my mind. 2 months now, the breakup. Always enjoy your videos. Thank you, Bronson. Thank you very much. Are borderlines aware of their behavior? Well, it's not black and white, like a borderline. Yes and no, right? Somewhere in the middle. Less than average person. Big time. Okay? Big time. We all want the person we dated that had a personality disorder to be better. We wanted them to be healthier. We wanted them to stop hitting us, stop lying to us, stop cheating on us, right? But where is it said, or when did they say that they want that too? They might say, oh yeah, I'm going to stop doing that to you, so that you keep having sex with me, we stay together, you don't leave me, or so you don't tell anybody else. But are you sure that's what they really want, or are they just saying that, right? Because once you realize how different we really are as human beings, you'll realize that there's some people that don't want that. They don't want it. Borderlines lack massive awareness. And this is called self-awareness, right? Awareness of you and how you feel, we call empath. Right? Empathetic. And that's why narcissists lack empathy. They're not aware of how you feel. They don't care. Lots of borderlines, too, aren't aware of how you feel. A lot of them. Or they don't feel it with you. People with personality disorders lack awareness. Okay? Lack awareness. That's the biggest problem they have, is lacking awareness to even identify that they have a problem or that there's problems in their relationships, and it's them. The best example I can use, that I like to use, is one of the most common, if not the most common personality disorder, and that's obsessive compulsive personality disorder. There's obsessive compulsive disorder, a behavioral disorder. Okay, here's OCD, right? People like to think that's funny and say, oh, I'm so OCD, I'm so OCD. Yeah, I doubt it. When you see people who are OCD, it's sad. You're probably not. You probably just like to clean too much. Then you have obsessive compulsive personality disorder. This person here with the behavioral disorder knows they have a problem. Their life is unmanageable. They definitely know it's them. They go seek help. They try to take the advice, and a lot of them get better. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder typically doesn't think they have a problem, can't really recognize it or identify it. A lot of the problems are the people around me that keep making it dirty and keep having a problem with me cleaning. So what? Shut up. I don't have a problem, right? And then their boyfriends or girlfriends want them to change and fix them and help them. They're like, I don't have a problem. Help me fix me what? Right? So, borderlines don't understand that the problem is them. Borderlines, histrionics, right? Pointing the finger, screaming, it's you, it's your fault, it's your fault. Right? They won't look at themselves, just like narcissists, different reasons. They don't look at themselves because it hurts. A borderline can't make themselves feel better. Everything that's ever hurt you guys in your past, everything, every emotionally thing that hurt, someone hurt your feelings, your dad said something mean, your mom, slapped you, these kinds of things. And they hurt. If they hurt, they don't necessarily have to, but if they hurt, it causes shame. Trauma, don't know what happened, what was going on, too traumatic for me to handle, causes shame. Borderline is full of shame. That's who they are, their self-worth. They don't want to see it. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to feel it. So they deny themselves. They try to get away from how they feel. We do that too, right? Victims of trauma. It was so insufferable. We couldn't manage it. We couldn't tolerate it. We try to ignore how we feel. Some people take drugs and drink, and some people just keep dating, having sex with people. Borderlines can't handle it, so they don't do it. No self-awareness. For me to be self-aware, I have to be very aware of how I feel. I have to be very aware of my past and who I am and what I need and what I want and stuff like this. No, borderlines don't do that. They don't know how. They can't. Hurts too much. So are they self-aware? No, totally not. Narcissist rejects who they are. So much shame, they hate themselves. And to think about it, that's a major loss, right? I lost my whole childhood and who I was. But many narcissists will tell you they had a great childhood and they didn't. But they're rejecting the bad. They're rejecting how bad it felt. They're rejecting losing themselves, the depression caused from this. So they lack self-awareness. A big part of who you are is how you feel. So if I'm blocking that, don't know who I am. Pretty simple, right? Let me know what you think, Bronson. Thanks. TB from Pennsylvania again. Hello. How is it that BPD can suddenly calm down and actually see normal for a time period? It seems they do this until they either get what they want or convince you to come back. And if you don't give in to them, they will flip and absolutely rip you to shreds. The massive mood swings really does seem like they are different people, without so much as a pause for inner reflection. Is the positive side real or simply them faking it so they can get with it? Well, the person you're describing here, yeah, I wouldn't say the positive side is that real, right? They don't get what they want and they freak out on you, right? So I guess it wasn't genuine. To be genuine means you know who you are. I am really sorry. That's genuine, is it? If I'm really sorry, it's genuine. If I'm lying, it's not. The difference is I am really sorry. I feel sorry. I'm concerned for how you feel and how I made you feel. I want to reassure you I'll never do it again. That would be genuine. I'm sorry, so you have sex with me. I don't really care that it hurt you, and I'm probably going to do it again. That's not genuine, right? Your question was, how can they suddenly calm down? Because they tell themselves they're going to get what they want if they be good. Real simple, right? Children do this all the time. And then they have a temper tantrum when you say no. Same thing. Borderline is the underdeveloped child. They never finish developing into a full functioning emotional adult. They're still locked in their trauma as a child when it happened. Trauma halted their development. So they're children. And we all did this as children. We're all on good behaviors even when we felt like not being in good behaviors, right? Our parents threaten us in public. We're crying, and they say, 1, 2, 3, right? And they're helping us regulate that way, calming us down, forcing us to. If they really want something from you and you force them to calm down for a little bit, they might consider doing that. But for how long can they hold it, right? Long enough to get what they want from you or not, and then explode. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes they're able to stop for a second, right? To get what they want. I think that's all they have in their mind, right? Who cares how you feel? Who cares what I'm making you feel? Who cares about what I look like? Who cares about anything except what I want, right? And borderline's life or death. I mean, when people are behaving that way, in such a horrible life or death manner, freaking out, right? Then they're life or death. I got to get what I want or I die. Maybe I can be quiet for 30 seconds. Does that make sense? Thanks. Let me know. Keep asking and be more specific. Deeper roots, higher self. Hello. D from Germany. Hi, D. Hi, David. I have a question. How can we stop caring about the narcissist, but continue caring about our healing from CPTSD? I am improving my life on all levels. I am actually doing okay, but I always feel this deep sadness when something reminds me of the narc, and my mind goes back to all the whys, and I have to keep telling myself the same stuff over and over again. And I really do feel like an addict. I want to be present in my life. What did you do to achieve this, and how long did it take until you weren't sad about all of this anymore? Well, there's a lot involved, D. It's not a drive-through or a quick fix, and I don't think you think that, but that's very detailed. It would take, for everything, it would take too long. That's what all my videos are about. Check out if you haven't, check out my playlist in the playlist section, Healing CPTSD. That's what all my videos are about. I think they're my best videos. You're doing good. You're getting, your voice in your head is asking and saying maybe negative things, and you're countering that and challenging it. Very good. Keep doing that. There's just it's such a big question, D. One is we have to get away from the source, right? And that means we don't check their Facebook out and see what they're doing. That doesn't mean, and that means we don't allow our friends to give us updates. We don't drive by their house. We avoid them completely. And a lot of you start saying, oh, well, they're going to know that, or I'm giving them power. No, the relationship is over. It doesn't matter what you do or they do. Neither of you are doing that for each other. You're no longer in contact, I hope. And you're no longer in a relationship. It is over. So everything you do is for you. You don't want to drive by his house because it causes anxiety. Good. Why would you want to have anxiety every day? Oh, because I feel like eventually I'll just get over it that way. Really? Just start doing things that make you feel anxious and that's going to make you feel better? No. Anxiety is a warning system. Don't do this. Heal to it. Say, I don't want to do that. We need help. We need help. These are things we can't do by ourselves or alone, so we ask for help. And there are plenty of people out there that can help with this, okay? This is a process. Along with time, every aspect of your life needs to be better, okay? So if we isolate and drink alcohol and not get enough sleep, and then we feel like crap and anxious all day the next day, and we don't really interact with anybody else or talk to anybody, I'm just going to keep thinking about this. Keep dwelling on it and keep saying how bad it was. And it might even get worse. And this person might even get scarier. And I might say the whole world's awful. I'm not even going out my door anymore. There is so much involved on how to get better. Professional help, talking to someone, number one. Number two, interacting with other people, forming more relationships with people, strengthening the relationships you have. Third, be creative. I say those three things a lot. You need to understand what happened to you so your brain doesn't keep thinking about it. That's one. If we don't, it's like when someone just leaves our life and doesn't give us any closure. That kind of just goes on forever. God, I wonder why. And we think about it again. The other is the addictive element. So if you have an addiction and you're trying to quit, replace it with something else. Took out a lot of space and time in your life. What are you going to replace this person and tumultuous, toxic relationship with? Right? Something. You know, if somebody was taking up 50% of your time and space in your life and now they're gone, I would replace it with more than just, you know, I do something a half hour a week. Well, no, that's not, you're doing something all day and night with this person, right? Replace it. These are steps to help you, D, to help you. But there's a lot more involved. And you really, really, really need to talk with a professional and interact with them and get all this stuff out and feel better about it and understand it, that it wasn't you or your fault. Okay? Keep asking me questions, D. That's one way to help. keep asking me questions. But try hiring somebody to help you, okay? We all need help in our lives. Everyone. And everyone could benefit, at least from like a life coach. Everyone. Everyone. And let me know what you think, okay? Thanks. And that's it. That's all the questions, guys. Thank you. Very great questions. I hope the answers made sense. I hope you understood. If not, ask me again if I missed your question. Please keep asking me. If you guys think I'm helping you, can benefit other people, support what I'm doing, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please go down in the comment section. Say hi. Let me know what you think. Ask me a question. Tell us where you're from, your locations, okay? You can put this in a playlist on your channel. You can like, dislike, tell me why down below. It'll really help. I'm trying to provide information that will spread and reach people who need it. Okay? Imagine if you didn't even know any of this, if you didn't know what was going on. No one there to help you. All by yourself, stuck. You'll just get worse. So, I put a lot of time and work into doing this, and I'd really appreciate your guys' help to support me. Hit a couple buttons. Thanks, guys. Keep asking me questions. Take care of yourself, all right? See you next week. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.